Hey, how are you? Thank you very much for being here. My name is Rafael Puebla, and I will have the privilege to guide you through this mindfulness session today. I'm so happy that you made the time to be here and now. But let's start by defining what mindfulness is. Chances are that if you are already here, it's because you are familiar with mindfulness. But in case that you are not, actually, mindfulness seems to be everywhere these days. From special editions of Time magazine to mindfulness-focused sessions on the World Economic Forum in Davos, from big corporations from Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, just to name a few, that have incorporated mindfulness programs for their employees. But what mindfulness is actually, and what the benefits related to this practice are. Actually, mindfulness has so many definitions. If you Google mindfulness, you will get access to hundreds of different definitions. But the definition that I like to use in order to simplify the practice of mindfulness is the following. Mindfulness is a human quality that allows us to be fully present, moment to moment, with an attitude of acceptance and kindness. And this definition has three important elements. The first one, the fact that mindfulness is a skill. It's a characteristic that we can develop and we can strengthen. It's not fixed on time. So as any other human skill, it's trainable. The second element is that talks about an intentionality to be present, which that means is that mindfulness does not happen by accident. Actually, mindfulness arises by a clear intention to be fully present moment to moment. And the third element of this definition relies on the attitude that we need to display when we are mindful. And that attitude is an attitude of acceptance and kindness. Acceptance, because when we are mindful, we accept the reality just as it is, not as we want it to be, we wish them to be, or we expect it to be, just as it is. And when we embrace reality as it is, we don't do it in a passive way. Actually, just by having full acceptance of the experience of the present moment, you can take the proper actions if you want to modify something, in case that you have that opportunity. And if not, you can always transform your attitude and embracing that full acceptance. But the second attitude is kindness. Kindness to yourself, kindness with other people, and kindness with life at large. So that's what mindfulness is, and those are the main characteristics of being mindful. Now, the next question would be, what the benefits are of this practice? And similar to the definition, there are different benefits associated to the practice of mindfulness, but I would like to focus our attention in two main benefits. The first one is mental clarity, and the second one is emotional balance. And by mental clarity, we understand having the qualities of a mind to fully understand the situations that we are facing just as they are. Just as they are. Not as we want them to be, we wish them to be, or we expect them to be. Just as they are. And when we have mental clarity, we can make better decisions. So that's one of the key benefits of the mindfulness practice. But it's not the only one. The second benefit is equally important, which is emotional balance. And emotional balance talks about the fact of two key elements: being in contact with our emotions, and the second step is regulate those emotions. And regulate those emotions in a way that allows us to respond in a better way, more skillfully, with more wisdom to stressful situations that we are facing. So when we combine the mental clarity and the emotional balance that we are able to generate by being mindful, then we have the perfect combination to increase the quality of our life. How? By making better decisions and by managing stressful situations in a better way. So those are the two key benefits of the mindfulness practice that I want to share with you today. And the next question would be, Rafael, if that is the definition of mindfulness and those are the benefits associated to the practice, how can I cultivate, develop, and strengthen these mindfulness muscles that I have within me? There are different ways, but there's one fundamental way to develop our mindfulness capability. And that fundamental tool, it's also known as meditation. Meditation, which in a nutshell, it's mental training. Because when we are meditating, we are training our mind to familiarize with certain mental processes. In the case of the mindfulness meditation, there are two mental processes that we are seeking to develop. The first one is our ability to pay attention, to direct our mind to a task. And the second mental process is meta attention. In other way, the attention of the attention itself. Being aware that my mind has distracted and return the mind to the anchor of my attention. And when you combine attention and meta attention, you develop concentration and focus. That is the purpose behind the mindfulness meditation. And actually the mindfulness meditation process is quite simple. It's not easy, but it's quite simple. It's simple because that process involves 3 steps. The first one is to direct your attention to the breath and just feeling the breathing in and the breath out and the natural rhythm of your breath. But guess what? Sooner or later, and it's going to be rather sooner than later, a distraction is going to come your way and you're going to get distracted, but that's fine. Distractions are welcome in the meditation process because as soon as you notice a distraction, you return your attention to the breath. And that movement of attention, distraction, and recovering the attention is the movement that allows us to develop the capacity to be present. It's like going to the gym. If you want to strengthen a muscle, you need to do reps with the weights. The same happens with our mind. If we want to strengthen our capacity of attention, we need distractions. Distractions are welcome in the meditation process. So that is the meditation process. It's very simple. Attention to the breath, distraction, I notice the distraction, and I return to the breath. As simple as that. And we can practice meditation in different positions. We can do meditation in a seated position. We can do meditation laying down. We can meditate standing up, and we can even meditate walking. But the meditation that we're going to practice today is a seated meditation. And I invite you to do the practice just following the cycle that I explained to you. But let's begin with our position. So right where you are, seated on a chair or on a cushion, find a seated position that allows you to be relaxed and alert at the same time. Keep your back straight, but not tense. Relax the shoulders. And if you want, you may close your eyes or leave them open. It's up to you. whatever feels better for you at this time. Now that you found your meditation posture, a posture that is a good balance between relaxation and being alert, let's begin this mindfulness meditation practice by connecting with our intention for engaging in this meditation practice. Why do you want to practice? It might be that you want to develop your capacity to be present, to be focused, to be attentive. Or it might be that you want to learn and relate better to stress and how to manage stressful situations more skillfully. Or it could also be that you just want to try the practice just to understand how it feels to meditate. And that's fine too. Any intention is valid to engage in a meditation practice. So connect with your intention in a gentle way. Now find the way to identify that area of your body where you experience your breath more clearly, the sensations related to your breath. It might be the sensations of the air going through your nostrils, or a slight movement in the chest, or in the belly, or the sensations of the air passing through your throat, or the sensations of your whole body breathing here now. Wherever you feel your breath more clearly, just rest your attention there. Feeling the breath in, the breath out, with openness, with curiosity. There's no need to change the way you are breathing or to think about the breath. The invitation is to follow your breath, to feel each breathing cycle just as it is. One cycle at a time, with openness, with curiosity. Thoughts coming, thoughts going. There's no need to push them away or to engage with the thoughts. Just notice that a thought is there and it might be pulling away your attention. So notice the distraction and in a gentle way, return the attention to your breath. There's no need to judge yourself. Distractions are welcome in the meditation process. So they are part of the process. Just notice the distraction and return to your breath. So we know that if we are distracted, we notice the distraction and we return to our home base. In this case, the sensations of your breath. Let's practice in silence for a couple of minutes. So where is your attention right now? If the mind has wandered, don't worry, it's the nature of the mind. Just notice the distraction and return to your breath in a kind way, with curiosity, with full acceptance of the present moment just as it is. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to be fixed. We are just cultivating this profound human quality of being fully present, moment to moment. No agenda, no expectations, nothing to be achieved. Just being here with your breath, breath by breath, moment to moment. If there's another body sensation that is pulling away your attention, notice that body sensation, and you can use that sensation as the anchor of your attention instead of your breath. So you have that flexibility. You can choose another anchor for this practice, and that anchor could be another body sensation. And you do the same. In a kind way, direct your attention to that sensation. And when you notice that your mind wanders, you return your attention to that body sensation that now you have selected as the anchor of your attention for this practice. Just moment-to-moment awareness. Welcoming, accepting, with kindness, the present moment as it is. Just perceive the presence of your body from the top of your head to your feet, noticing that you are here, you are experiencing how it feels to be fully present. You can bring your attention back to your breath, feeling the natural rhythm of your breath, and acknowledging yourself for the time you invested on practicing this quality of presence, of focus, of attention. Acknowledge yourself for being here, engaging in this mindfulness meditation practice. In a moment, I'm going to play a bell, and the invitation is for you to open your eyes when the sound of the bell is not longer available to you. So whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes and bring your attention back to this virtual space that we are together creating in order to practice mindfulness. This human quality to be intentionally present moment to moment with an attitude of acceptance and kindness. So mindfulness meditation, it's a foundational practice to help you to be more present. Thank you very much for engaging in this mindfulness meditation practice with me. Now I'm going to open the mics in case there's any question, any comment, any experience that you might want to share after this mindfulness meditation practice. Remember that when we share in a generous way, we learn from each other. So I would like to hear from you. Let me open the mics.